Thank you so much for tuning into this message. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Lenny here. Here for a reading regarding Pluto Aquarius transit for the 10th house. This message could be for you if you have a Taurus rising, or you're just looking to get a message regarding your Taurus placement, or Pluto literally transiting your 10th house at this time, okay? All right, whenever you are here, that's when you're meant to receive this message. It is timeless. However, if you're looking for a more personal message, you can book a reading or sign up to be or sign up for the personal astrologer guide service so that you can take a deeper insight and look in, as well as learn your astrology with me. That information will be available in the description box below. Okay, so Taurus energy. This is going to be a square taking place with Pluto in Aquarius, where this profound knowledge is kind of going to force you to move forward. Okay, it's kind of like a bump, like a hard bump. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. Okay, it's gonna be like a hard bump. Like, stop doing that. Okay. And hopefully it happens with grace and ease in a way that, you know, brings you peace. But yes, it's time for you to boss up, be the emperor or the empress. You're in control of your status now. Okay, that's the whole point of this Pluto transit, is to get you more purified when it comes to handling your self-sufficiency and your discipline, and being more focused on that, transforming your life more than anything else, because you have the potential to overcome a lot of fears when it comes to being in the public eye, or your public status, or even just your wealth status, what legacy you're choosing to leave behind. All of that is going to be coming up for you, and the more you try to run away from that responsibility of being more responsible for yourself financially in a world where it's going to create your status, the more that you let that stress you out, instead of releasing the doubts and fears you have about what that may even mean to you, you can see yourself very much elevated each time you release a fear. And that comes from you actually taking action, because this is a cardinal space, or I forgot what it's called. Shit. I want to say angular house, but this is the house that is ruled, the Lord of Saturn. Okay, this is about your time. If you're worried about how much time you have, you're not having enough time, you really need to sit down and write out, what are you doing with your time? Because time is not escaping you. It's not running away from you. Time is with you always. However, if you're mismanaging your time and you're not prioritizing what matters most to you, you're going to feel stressed out about how you time things. Okay, and if you have enough time to make money, if you have enough time to pay your bills, if you have enough time to, you know, acquire some type of comfortable status where you don't have to be a slave, okay, you're getting a hard knock into that reality as well, with Uranus transiting in Taurus, that they're I don't think they're ever going to come to an exact square, but both of those energy being at play at the same time is kind of like overemphasizing, with Aquarius being ruled by Uranus, and then Uranus being in your sign Taurus, or your Taurus energy, and then Pluto being in that square energy to Taurus. It's kind of like you're forced to, you know, grow out of being so comfortable with this one way of doing something, and facing your fears of going and exploring new territory. And that may mean a new career path. You may find you have a new purpose in your life that scares you. Like, look, you don't want to open up the door and walk through, you know, that path, but, you know, source is guiding you to do that. Your higher self is telling you it's time for you to do that. So if your higher source is guiding you to do that, then there's nothing for you to really be afraid of, because you're not being guided by fear. It's the fear comes up the more that you know and realize you're put on a path that you've never experienced before. You like your comfort, you like your stability, you like your predictability. However, Pluto in Aquarius, as well as Uranus and Taurus, doesn't grant you the luxury of sitting in comfortability, because then you won't learn to move. Bull. Okay, so we got Simbi. What's your new French? Dalu. water snake, 8 of Cups. Then you got the 6 of Pietro. This is Legba, La Flambeau. Okay, he's beating the drum. And then we have Olofi, 2 of Santeria. Okay, and at the bottom we have Simbi again, 8 of Swords. The Rana is air. So yeah, it's time for you to, realize that you have some fears about being successful, or having a different type of social status than you do, but your misguided fears are really just you not knowing what to do. You need instruction. You needing to feel like you need to empower yourself when it comes to who you want to be in the world. Okay, you're the person who gets to make that decision, no one else. And depending on a government or some type of other authority, then the higher authority that lives within you is what's going to increase your anxieties or your fears about what your life is going to be like for the next 30 years. Okay, with the 6 of Wands here, it's like you get to create your own story of victory and success. You get to do that. Okay, it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone and realize you deserve more by actually taking action to grant yourself access to more. And it has to be something that has to come authentically from you, from your life force energy, not from someone else's. So you can't be using people to get you success or get you money or to sustain your life. It all has to come from your own thinking, your own authenticity. So if you're working a career or you don't have no career aspirations, you're going to be faced with the choice to make one. And I suggest you make that decision based on solely what you're good at creating, because you're a creatrix by nature, Taurus. You have the ability to manifest and create things that last a long time. But the reason why some of the jobs or some of the experience you have in your life have not been lasting very long, especially if it has to do with a permanent commitment to what your life will be moving forward, especially when it comes to dealing with people or extended family members. If you're looking for marriage or you're intending to be married, you really need to face some of the fears you have about what you think your career or your money is supposed to look like in order for you to have friends and a solid tribe that you can connect with. Like, none of that shit really matters at the end of the day. You're the only person that's worried about whether you have enough money or what you look like, standing next to somebody who may have a nice, bank, and you feel like, you don't make that type of money, or you don't have those type of aspirations, or you don't have them type of goals. And now you're kind of backing away from, something that could really be honorable and successful because you're insecure about, your status, your public status. And it's like, you don't have to be. All that is encouraging you to actually find one that works for you. That's all it's bringing up for you, is for you to establish what your actual public status is going to be and then making a reality. Okay, let's get this Simbi 8 of Cups. You got the Fool. Yep, it's time for you to release everything you thought you knew about, what your career and all that shit's supposed to be, what your life is supposed to be. It's not according to what other people think. It's according to what you feel is best for you. Okay, and when you start to visualize or imagine what that actually is, make sure you give yourself enough confidence, Godfidence, to know that there are no limitations on what you want your life status, your legacy to be. It could be anything you want. There is no wrong answer. 6 of Pietro. And we got the Virgo card here. Yes, it's time for you to deal with what's right in front of you, okay? You have an opportunity to plant a seed in your mind, in your heart, for what you want to manifest for your future during this Pluto Aquarius transit, okay? You get to right some wrongs. You get to fix some things from the past. And that all comes from readjusting, where you pull your actual confidence from. Is it coming from the strength of someone else supporting you, or does it come from the strength of you being able to acknowledge and love yourself enough to move away from things that no longer serve you and delve deep into yourself, your own soul, doing your own soul searching, doing your own, meditations, doing things to take better care of yourself and establish yourself for the longevity you plan to have And that's how you allow things that are meant to be in your life to just pop up. Life commitments that you are supposed to be making, that you agreed contractually with your soul to come here and do, those things start to pop up naturally, and you'll feel it when it comes up that this is something you need to handle or deal with immediately, because it's right in front of you. It's illuminating itself to you and you can't deny it. Okay, you're in a state of not being able to deny that you feel the passion to, you know, go and expand and explore this part of you that you've never done before, or that you have done but you try to kind of oppress yourself because you felt like societal wise it would make you look a certain way to be someone of authority, and you live this type of lifestyle, and it's like that. Throw that shit out the window. It don't work. It doesn't work anymore. Alofi, what are you creating? Okay, we got this is a contract here. This is an agreement. Yeah, this is something about, and then you got the Tower at the bottom. You agree to come here and completely transform how something is or how something will go, and it's going to manifest. It's going to see itself through. It's going to last. It's going to last. It's just that you got to stop telling yourself like you don't deserve this. Like, stop beating yourself up so much. Okay? You need to start over. Okay? Anytime you get to the point where you just feel emotionally drained and just put off and you don't feel like yourself, you need to just scrap all of that shit. Find a way to go ahead and just reset your energy right then and there and start over wherever you want to, and build yourself up and move in that direction. And ever you get that placed again, stop, start over, wipe everything clean, throw away everything you thought you knew, and just start over from scratch. Okay? Keep doing it as many times as you need to. Keep breaking those walls as many times as you need to, because it's going to help you learn and develop a pattern that, neurologically speaking, is going to help you heal all of that anxiety, all that nervousness about you creating the lifestyle that you want to live, one that is going to offer you the things that you never, had in your life before. The doorway, the path is going to open up for you, and you'll be the one that's creating these things, because you already made an agreement with the divine, with source, that you were going to do this. But you've been too accustomed to this earthly governmental society bullshit that you've kind of left yourself stuck in a bubble where you don't want to move past those immediate intentions or desires, because you're afraid of what everyone is going to think. And quite frankly, you're here to not give a fuck about all of that. Okay? Very quick, straight to the point, Taurus energy. This message is for you, or if you're here to view what's going to be impacted for you during the Pluto Aquarius transit, wherever you have Taurus energy. This is all about not giving a fuck about what other people think and getting your cake, okay? And eating that bitch, okay? Okay? The original saying was you can't have Kate and Edith too. Not you can't have your cake and eat it too. Cake is meant to be ate, okay? Taurus, you know this. You know this. Taurus, you know this. Food was made to be eaten, okay? But stop eating shit that is going to kill you. Stop eating shit that breaks you down. Stop eating stuff that makes you sad and feel bad, okay? Don't do that, okay? Yes, it may be an adjustment for you to eat things that are healthier if you want a longer legacy to fulfill the contract that you agreed to with Source when you was in your mother's womb on your way here. It can be some disgruntledness. I just said this for the other sign too. Discipline at first is grievous, not joyous, but it reaps fruit, namely righteousness. In the end, you'll be grateful and you'll be thankful that you made this change. Get out of your head, stop giving a fuck, and live. Live from the heart, okay? So any information to my social or my personal website will be available in the description box below. I want to thank you for tuning into this message again. I hope it finds you well. And until next time, peace.